Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. This is the most random vlog ever. I have been filming this in little bitty segments for about a month. And since I am dressed up and I look nice and I have my new Louis bag with me, we're getting ready to head over to Louis Vuitton. So I thought I would just start the video here and add a little bit of luxury to it. I put up a question on Instagram asking what kind of videos you wanted to see, cooking, gardening, vlogging. So I'm gonna mash it all into this mashup random life videos. So let's get going. I've got on those white, oh, I know this carpet, I know. I got on my white sneakers that I bought for Europe. They're so comfortable. I know it needs replacing and I have the money to replace it, but I am terrified that they're gonna break my desk. I have been putting it off. I've gotta do it. It's making me crazy, but I don't know. I don't like people in my house and I really don't want them undoing all of my things. It makes me insane, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Okay, let's get going to Louis Vuitton. Y'all, I am loving this bag. It is so soft. My husband has me laughing so hard because he was talking. I said, don't talk. And he said, don't move. Do you remember Home Alone? That's what he was referencing. The only thing I've noticed about it is these are not quite even, but so what? No big deal. Really, it's soft, comfy. So hopefully I can show you some fun things at Louis Vuitton. Oh, I love that. I have not seen that before. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that's so pretty. And some pinks. I did not see these in Paris. Carry-all. I think that's the Arizona. The loop, it didn't work out for me, my poor loop. I wanted to look at that in France and I forgot. Oh, I want this so bad. I have said no small leather goods. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's hard to do this with one hand. And it's so soft. Made in Spain. I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. It's gonna come home with me. No, it's not. No, it's not. I wanted to look at that in Paris and totally didn't. Oh, it's so cute. That is the trunk that they had turned into a coffee table. I wonder how much that is. Love the jewelry box. So I'm voicing over because my husband and the manager were talking, but these are the beautiful capucines and the Go 14s that they had. So these are all from our garden, and I'm going to make, what am I going to make? Oh, tomato soup. And oh, this is from our garden, and my husband picked it way too early. It's supposed to be a red pepper. They start off as green, and I'm like, no, dude, but it was too late, so. Okay, so a little garden update for the few of you who asked. The parsley is doing really good, and it wasn't, so I sent my husband when I had the surgery on my hand to get another parsley, and he got the curly parsley. I like the Italian flat leaf. And the basil has gone bonkers. I come out here every day and pinch these off because I'm trying to keep it from going to seed. See how huge the basil has gotten. And the peppers here, which I'm going to show you inside. I already filmed inside. You're not supposed to pick these until they turn red, and he went ahead and he picked them. So I've got 3 of those. There's the chives. The zucchini was here. It was completely decimated by squash bugs. Same with the squash. And it's a different variety of pepper. These are also sweet, and they will turn red. Oh, little bunny rabbit just went by. I just scared a little bunny rabbit. But they will eventually turn red. The little cherry tomatoes, we just picked some yesterday, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Well, I filmed that part first, but and tons and tons and tons of tomatoes. Why we did so many tomatoes, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There's basil all the way over here. This is just like, it's gone nuts. And then wait till you see this. The tomatoes are all the way down here on the ground. Just way too many tomatoes. But been making homemade salsa. So I'm going to get in here with my clippers and get some more of this, these flowering parts off. It is starting to get a little bit of black spot at the bottom, so I'm going to try to harvest as much of it as I can soon and make pesto and put it in the freezer. We have so many and we're getting ready to leave for our trip, so I looked up online and it said that you can freeze them, and just to put them in a single layer, freeze them for 2 hours, then put them into a Ziploc bag. So let's see how that works. I'm a bad vlogger, so I froze these for 2 hours and put them in a Ziploc bag, and they'll be good for about 12 months. I did such a bad job on my nails. So I did not get around to making the roasted tomato soup, and we are getting ready to leave for London, so that's why I froze the cherry tomatoes. I know this looks scary, but I promise you they are fine. I've done this a few times. I just need to pick these off. I'm going to put them in some boiling water. Ignore my cooktop. I have not had time to clean it. And I'm going to put it in boiling water for about 60 seconds. And then the skins just slip right off. And then I'm going to chop them into little pieces and put them in the freezer. And they will be great, like in my lasagna soup, in chili, all sorts of things, all throughout the fall and the winter. Okay, so the water is boiling and I have an ice bath here. And I am just going to gently drop them in, and kind of scary with dropping them in. And wait 60 seconds and put them in the ice bath. I do them in different batches. Okay, so it has been 60 seconds. I'm just going to remove them with a spider and make more of a mess on my cooktop. Hopefully this bowl that I chose is large enough. Okay, the spoon I usually use, somebody used, and it's in the dishwasher. So, the spider is a little bit big for this pan, but it gets the job done. Okay. And it's a little too much, so I'm going to take these out, then add this one in. So, can you see how the skins just slip right off? So I'm going to peel these and then chop them up into little pieces and put them into the freezer. It is a messy process, but I wanted to show you what I do to make it a little easier. I put a Ziploc bag. I like I think these are the quart size, and in a cup, and fill it up with them. So I just chop them up and I try to remove as many seeds as I can and the core. All right, y'all, so that is it. They're done. I'm just gonna flatten them out. I wanted them all in one because I still am gonna make tomato soup. It just won't be roasted tomato soup, but it will still be yummy. So I'm gonna go put this out into the freezer. So let's make some salsa. This is a little out of order because I made the soup first, and then I got a lot more tomatoes out of my garden. I saved one of them for sandwiches. So it's super, super simple. You want to start with, it'd be nice if I put that on there, right? I'll do that in a second. But 1 can of petite cut diced tomatoes. And I find if you don't do that, you're pretty much making pico de gallo. About a pound of tomatoes. Doesn't really matter what kind you use. 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna give these a rough chop. This is left over from the tomato soup. I just chopped it up, and it helps if you chop these up a little bit because you don't want to completely pulverize your salsa. And then I have cilantro here, which is very interesting. I was watching Joanna Gaines the other day from her show Magnolia Table, and she said people have a genetic, either you taste it like it's yummy or it tastes like soap. And I did something with cilantro a long time ago, and y'all said to use some of it, it tasted like soap. So, and a little bit of salt. So we're gonna get this all in here and pulse it up. The original recipe called for a jalapeno. I do not like jalapenos. Add it if you want it. The only thing I am missing, I forgot to buy a lime. It needs like squeeze like half of a fresh lime in there, so it's not a big deal. And the original recipe also called for chili powder and cumin. I don't like that. I like a simple salsa. So I'll mix it up and just show you what it looks like and take a little bite. That big tomato was so big, I'm just gonna save this one for sandwiches. I saved another one too, I can't remember if I said that. I have everything in there except for the garlic. I wanna give that a rough chop, and then also the cilantro. So it's all in there. I did about maybe like a half a teaspoon of salt. You can add, you can't take out. So that's it. I'm gonna taste it and see if it needs something. If it needs more salt, it would help if I would show you. I'm not gonna show you me, I'm scary today. Perfect. But the thing about like something like salsa is that, you know, you just make it your own. If it's not hot enough, add more heat. Sorry, I'm chewing. Not salty enough, add more salt. I personally would put some more salt in this, but I like my things saltier than my family. But this will be way better tomorrow. I'm gonna get this in a glass container and get it into the fridge. So just wanted to show it to you in the container so you can see the consistency. Some chunks through there, but you can make it as smooth. I don't like it super smooth. I like it a little more chunky. And I did add just a tiny bit more salt to the salsa. It's really, really good. So we're back from Europe and the garden's pretty dead. This recipe calls for a handful of basil, and the basil, I don't know if I can even get a handful. It didn't do well while we were gone, but I am gonna make the roasted tomato soup. It's actually, I'm gonna do a roasted red pepper and tomato soup because I got a couple of peppers from our garden. I got 4 of them actually. So we'll see how it comes out. So I've been watching so many videos on this, and I'm really just kind of doing my own thing. I'm combining a bunch of recipes. So I did about 4 tomatoes. I just used up all the little cherry ones that we have left. I think I did about 7 cloves of garlic, and then the bell pepper. And one of my bell peppers was funky, so I ended up using one of the long ones. They're the same thing. For the garlic, I highly recommend one of these. It makes it so easy to peel. So I put sea salt on. I'm gonna skip pepper for now because pepper is not my favorite. And you're supposed to put a pretty decent amount of olive oil. And I have my oven set to, I think it's 475. I'm like reading multiple recipes at once, 425. I'm gonna roast these until they're done, and I'm gonna clean off my cooktop because it's really, really dirty. And while they're roasting, I'm gonna show you the garden and what it looks like now. Almost just made a big boo-boo. I was looking at, like I said, multiple recipes, and all of them call for onion, and I forgot to chop up an onion. So got the onion in, I'm gonna get these roasting. Cooktop is clean just so that I can mess it up for you again, and we're gonna go look at the garden now. So it is a hot mess, y'all. This is what happened to the tomatoes when we were gone. The parsley is still doing really, really good. The basil, not so much, but I do think I'm going to be able to get enough to put into the soup, but it's pretty much, see here, it's going to seed. The pepper plants are doing okay. The chives, I've been clipping them, and they're doing pretty good. The zucchini never ever came back. Ooh, I have a squash to pick. Oh, this is fun. Yes. Oh, I need my clippers. I'll have to go up and get them. There's, see, tomatoes are growing in with the squash. It's a mess. And then there's more. Let's see if you can see that. That's those are those long ones that turn red, those peppers. It is the end of September here, and it is 90 degrees. It is nasty. I am so sick of it. I think I might have a red tomato. I see somewhere. There it is. So I'm gonna go get my clippers and get that squash and that tomato. So I said it was gonna be a chatty, random life video, and I haven't really sat down and been chatty. Got on diamond jewelry with a pajama top. I was filming earlier this morning and didn't want to get my clothes dirty while cooking. I was very good at Louis Vuitton last night. I left that beautiful hot pink. I don't even know what it's called. I left it there. I have got to stay done with small leather goods. I have to say no, because I don't switch. I really don't switch. But yeah, I have a lot of videos that's going to come out before this one about London and Paris, and you know, it was really, really interesting. I don't know if it was just the pain or if it's everything, you know, just in general, that I just have so much stuff. I just didn't feel like shopping like a crazy person, which is good. That is a good thing. And so I haven't been watching a ton of luxury YouTube, even though that's what I do mostly. I'm watching a lot of cooking videos, fashion videos. I've been keeping up with some of my favorite influencers, but in general, I'm trying to cut down my screen time. So how about you guys? Are you trying to like not watch so much? Well, I don't want this video to be completely long. I am going to finish up that soup, and I am going to show myself taking a bite because I actually look somewhat decent. And I'm gonna make a grilled cheese to go with it. And if you have never used a cast iron skillet to make a grilled cheese, baby, you're doing it wrong. You gotta use that cast iron skillet. So I do think I might be able to harvest enough basil to make one more thing of pesto. I hope so. It is hot out here. I'm out here because everybody is inside my house talking. And it is, oh my gosh, it's like 86 with 57% humidity or something like that, maybe more than that. Going in. So I just grated some Tillamook medium cheddar. I'm gonna use the bad American cheese. I've got good bread, I've got sourdough, and then I've got the Kerrygold Irish butter with olive oil. Stuff's really good. So this is what the veggies look like when they come out of the oven, and I'm gonna transfer them into this warm broth, which they said to put the basil in with, and the basil started turning black. So I removed the basil. So let's see how this goes. Got them in the pot, and they say to put all this liquid in, which is making me really nervous that I'm gonna spill this everywhere all over the kitchen. So it says to use an immersion blender. My immersion blender I purchased in my 20s. That's been a long time. I don't know if it's gonna work. But if it doesn't, I have, well, that's loud. I have a, what do I call it? I don't call it a vitamin. Oh, it is working, good. I don't know that I've ever really used this thing before. That was a crappy immersion blender, but it worked. I am definitely gonna order a new one because when I see people do that in videos, it's not as hard as what I just did. So it said to bring it back up to a simmer, which I did. I'm gonna lower the heat now, and I am adding in a half a cup of heavy cream. And so while this simmers away, I have the heat on my cast iron skillet. I wanna get that really good and hot before I put the grilled cheese on. Okay, so we all know how to make a grilled cheese, but the real trick is to get the skillet good and hot prior. And I'm just gonna put the bread in, and I'm going to put the cheddar down first. You can hear it already sizzling. And there we go. It'd be nice if I showed the pan instead of just my hand, wouldn't it? I don't know how cooking channels do it. I really don't. Let's put the cheese there. I have some left over. I'll just use for something else. And put the top piece on. Love that sizzle. This is like so crispy. So I plated up our soup. See if my husband can be converted to liking tomato soup. The other side, and we're gonna taste the soup. So we're splitting the grilled cheese sandwich because it was huge. And let's taste. Go ahead. Let's see what you think first.
It's really good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay, I told you I'd show me take a bite. My hair is askew, and but let's see if I can do this with one hand. It's hard to get soup up to your mouth. Mmm. Y'all, that is so good. That's so good. Look at my weird hair. I am gonna leave y'all here. I hope you have an amazing day today, and I'm gonna go do something with my hair. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.